Well, good morning. Remember how yesterday when we opened up our grain market activity during the daytime session, and you had soybeans opening lower, and then within a half an hour or so, they turned around completely and went about 18 cents higher. Well, today it's kind of similar action, only not, if that makes sense. Let's take a look at our current futures trade, and we'll go to our quotes provided by bar chart. Let's take a look first at our corn. And on the corn board right now, you have that May contract trading a half-cent higher. Now we're at 637.5. Now we did open about 2.5 cents lower on the corn. So now that one has flipped around to the plus side, but it's not 18 higher. It's only fractionally higher. You have December corn a penny and a half lower yet at 568.5. In soybeans today, well, we have the May contract down 9.5 at 1519.5. So isn't that interesting? Now we're within 2.5 cents of our low of the morning trade. And let's check out our new crop November contract right now, see what it's up to. We have the November 5 lower at 1374.25. Meanwhile, let's go to Chicago May wheat. We're 2.25 higher now at 697.5. And now we're 8 cents off of our earlier low. So it has reversed out to the upside a little bit. On Kansas City wheat, May now 801.5. That's 3 3/4 higher, and it has reversed to the upside. Now in Minneapolis, spring wheat, May 6 1/4 lower at 856.5. So still under pressure this morning. Cotton market, we have that July contract now trading at 84.09 per pound. That's down 135 points, while December is down 123 points. Oh, it's that time of the week where we check in with Ben Hushon of the mill in Whitehall, Maryland, to see what's going on. We have him on the line right now. Ben, always a treat to talk with you. I understand you're a little bit soggy out in that neighborhood there. What's going on?
Good morning, Marlin. Well, for the viewers, I sent in some pictures this morning, and it's funny. It's just almost more of the same. The manure piles, folks, again in Maryland, can start spreading manure March 1st. But here we are now a week later. None of those piles have moved. There's a couple fellas telling me they might get in the field today. And I think what makes it seem like it's a lot longer than 7 days is we didn't have any snow. We didn't have any frozen ground. The farmers have been ready since the beginning of February, middle of February, to get rolling. The manure piles typically are poultry manure or biosolids coming. A lot of the manure coming out of Pennsylvania, and they're stockpiling it in the fields until they can legally apply it. Well, here we are, 7th day of March, and maybe today or tomorrow they'll be able to get that manure started to spread. And also a picture of some wheat. The ground temperature, the weather is certainly above normal, no frozen mornings, and that wheat is dark green and ready to roll for sure.
So does that wheat look to be kind of on a par with its maturity pace as what you would normally have this time of year, or not?
Yes. In fact, we had a gathering here this morning, some of the team, and talked about wheat looks really good. Just a few miles south of us, the rows are already starting to close. It's a little harder to see the drill pattern. So it is definitely off and running. And again, a little different with the manure. You got a heavier load than you would with, say, a sprayer that's putting on just plain commercial nitrogen. And of course, they're going to have big floater tires on. So they've gotten the first shot of nitrogen is pretty well gotten on. They're just antsy and looking at those piles of manure and wanting to get started, wanting to get rolling.
Well, best wishes to everybody as they get ready to go. Just real quickly, what's your normal first corn planting date there?
That'll be interesting. The normal would be probably April 10th, April for the earlier 25%. There'll be some folks this year. Boy, I tell you what, if we don't turn cold the end of March, I think we'll set records for the earliest planted corn in our community because clearly the ground temperature is pointing towards really early start. But as Tim Ross will tell us, that can always change in a week or two, and we could go back cold again.
Well, that's interesting. Thanks for the update on that. Ben Hushon of the Mill in Whitehall, Maryland. I'll come back in a moment and get you updated on our livestock trade next.